I haven't seen Breaking Bad. Lest you believe this is said in the same way that it's often said in social media, let me assure you that the sentiment causing me to not see it are not delusions of uniqueness, but apathy. I think I have the gist of it. Professor with tremendous resentment gets terminal diagnosis, becomes criminal boss with the help of a fellow student and a lawyer. I am the one who knocks, Walter. Something about a pizza and managing a Cinnabon. Also, there was a movie of some kind. I think that's all. The one thing that I can definitely say by learning through osmosis is that it's a serious show. The comedic elements are mostly to keep audiences from getting fatigued and to contrast against the horrors. So what, do you suppose? Made AMC executives take a look at that and think, yeah, we can make a cartoon out of it. Slippin' Jimmy is the sort of thing that makes you wonder about how bored can executives get. Released the same day as Better Call Saul's universally acclaimed mid-season finale, it's an AMC Plus exclusive that takes us into the life of future Saul Goodman, Jimmy McGill, and all the wacky hijinks that he got to when he was a kid.
Siempre, soy amigo del cartel!
Yeah, well, Clarence Darrow never had a client like you.
I'm so far beyond you! I'm like a god in human clothing!
This guy. As a side note, do you know anyone that actually has AMC Plus? Out of all the possible streaming services, answers on a postcard no. That takes too long. Answers on a comment. Writing one will probably give you more enjoyment than the majority of this thing. It's 6 episodes which last about 8 minutes each. Less than an hour all told, but it doesn't feel like it. Most of the episodes have a theme parody, like the first one is a western, but with snowballs. We also have an Exorcist episode, a Shawshank Redemption episode, a Buster Keaton / Battleship Potemkin / The Untouchables episode, that's weird. And all of them featuring your favorite characters from the show. Jimmy, Marco, Trent Titweiler. Yeah. At least we have a very brief voiceless appearance of Chuck McGill, in what has to be one of the few appearances where he truly is warm towards his brother. Despite this, the hour felt more like an entire day, giving me plenty of time to consider why this will exist. AMC Plus is not overburdened with content catering to younger people, or older people, or people. But whatever is there is clearly catering to a mature audience. Mad Men, Halt and Catch Fire, a million different Walking Dead variations, and the scariest program ever put on television, The Graham Norton Show.
Kids!
Between this and the Battleship Potemkin reference, we can conclude that this wasn't made for kids who wanted to see Breaking Bad like mom and dad did, but for adults who... Got it! Adults who wanted to see Better Call Saul but they thought it was too heavy and violent. For all of them, they could now hasten onto the internet, pay for the streaming service that everyone describes as and enjoy a part of the show while keeping themselves nice and wholesome. Needless to say, much like Jaguar, AMC probably overestimated how many people wanted this by an order of magnitude or two. And what would those 6 people get when clicking in? Let's see how a Slippin' Jimmy episode goes. No, not that one. That would be cheating. That one may actually have a couple of redeeming features. How about the next one?
You're gonna deprive the world of your magnificent moves?
What can I say? My dancing, she's only for me.
Yes. In this episode we enter the most dramatic struggle of John Jimmy McGill's life. He wants to invite the beautiful and popular Dawn Marie to the school dance, but she's clear across the bus. Worse, Trent Titweiler wants to invite her as well. Can he make it to the back of the bus under the watchful eye of the bus driver, who seems to be reading smut as much as driving? Can he do it through cunning faster than Titweiler can do it by brute force? Well, the show really tries to showcase that Jimmy will become the smooth-talking sleazeball we all see in the live action and movies. And when Titweiler does succeed in getting him kicked out of the bus, Jimmy uses the stickiest chewing gum on the planet to save himself from walking, knock Titweiler dead on his ass, and take his place. Not that it helps him very much.
Would you like to go to the dance with me?
The dance? The dance! Rocky, the dance! I can take Albert to the dance, force everyone into the same room. It's like Churchill at Yalta.
And that's how they go. The show seems to think random equals funny. One episode they want to go to a comic book store and have to cut through a park where there are midnight meetings of Bullies Anonymous. The Snow Fight episode has sleds behaving like horses. The Exorcist parody was trying really hard to make itself into a 90s Nickelodeon cartoon. It almost succeeds and is the better for it, but biffs it by having Teetweiler possessed by the soul of a crypto bro.
Capital cannot be created by printing fiat currency. The bubble will rise, world without end.
Topical. And then you have Jimmy pull a final caper on an ice cream freezer, explaining how him and Marco met, an explanation I'm sure would have been better used in the show proper, and that's about it. I don't think I needed to see the show to get the gist of this. What do I make of them? They don't even have the suspension of disbelief of looking like a vintage cartoon. The style is refined generic 2010s, and the fashions and vehicles are very firmly in this century, notable exception aside. In the end, I suppose that there really isn't a lot to the show, so you can't make a lot out of it. Slippin' Jimmy is to Breaking Bad what Muppet Babies was to The Muppet Show, or a community theater production of Lazarus is to The Greatest Story Ever Told. Vince Gilligan still has quite a lot of career left in him, but there's a very good chance that the trilogy of Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad and El Camino will be his magnum opus, remembered for decades to come. As far as Slippin' Jimmy is concerned, it's more likely to be remembered on very specific occasions, specifically trivia nights where someone feels particularly sadistic.